Hi, I'm Shelley Jones. Welcome to Learning Math with Dr. Jones. Our Facebook group will post a daily math lesson Monday through Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time throughout the month of August. Okay, this is Dr. Shelley Jones from Central Connecticut State University, Department of Mathematical Sciences. And today I'm going to be talking about ratios, rates, and proportions. Starts on page 58 in the Math Foundations book, and it's Unit 2. Okay, so a ratio is when we compare two quantities, and we can write it as A to B or A colon B. Well, what do we mean by that? An example of that is I have juice. Now, in your book, I tend to write phrases here, but in your book, it says a lot more than this. So example 1 says, I have juice, and the juice is made up of 3 ounces of orange juice to every 2 ounces of cranberry. So you see the word to. So 3 ounces of orange juice to every 2 ounces of cranberry juice. All right. And we can make a table, we can do a double number line, and we can do a tape diagram. I'm going to turn this off. Okay, so let's look at the table. So this is called a batches table. So for every batch of this juice, I want to have, for one batch, I want to have 3 ounces of orange juice and 2 ounces of cranberry. Well, what if I want 2 batches? Of course. 2 batches, I would need 6 ounces of OJ and 4 ounces of cranberry. So it's sort of like equivalent fractions. So for here, for instance, if I say the orange juice is at a ratio of 3 to 2. Well, what if I wanted 4 batches? Well, 3 times 4 is 12, so 2 times 4 is 8. So that means for 4 batches, I would need 12 ounces of orange juice and 8 ounces of cranberry juice. So that's pretty straightforward. And a table helps you to figure that out. And what I would like you to do at home is to fill in these squares. So I'm going to read it to you. So for 3 batches, I have 9 ounces of orange juice and 6 ounces of cranberry juice. What about for 4 batches? It tells me that I have 8 ounces of cranberry. How many ounces of orange juice would I need? Okay, I see a lot of people saying 12 to 8. Okay. All right, what about 10 batches? If I have 30 ounces of OJ, how many ounces of cranberry do I need? 20. And then 20, I didn't put anything. So we're basically doubling from 10 to 20, right? We're doubling from 10 to 20. But I also can just start with 3 to 2, and then here, times this by, I need 20 batches. So times it by 20 here and times it by 20 there, 60 to 40. 3 times 20 is 60, 2 times 20 is 40. So I think you have that. The double number line basically shows the same thing, except I'm looking at it up and down. So here it's side to side, horizontal. Here it's up and down, vertical. So for 6 ounces of OJ, I need 4 ounces of cranberry. For 15 ounces of OJ, I need 10 ounces of cranberry. So here, basically, I'm skip counting by 3s, whereas for the cranberry, I'm skip counting by 2s. But I'm showing to make a batch, this is what I need. 3 to 2, 9 to 6, 21 to 14. So these are the models that you can use. So when we're talking about ratios and we ask for a model, you can choose one of these models. This is called a tape diagram. It's very similar to a number line, except we put it into a little tape measure kind of thing. So this says I need 3 ounces of OJ for every 2 ounces of cranberry. Or I could say, if let's say I wanted gallons, I need 10, 10, and 10 gallons of that. So I need 10 and 10 gallons of that. So the idea here is I can change my unit, but the 3 to 2 stays the same. So this is 3 to 2, right? For every 3 gallons of cranberry, excuse me, OJ, I need 10 gallons. For every 3, I need 2. So this is 10 gallons, 3 times 10. And this is 2 times 10. So I can change the units. I can change it to gallons, and as long as it's always 3 to 2. Okay, and in this case, I had 3 10-gallon jugs of OJ and 2 10-gallon jugs of cranberry. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, so a unit rate. So a unit rate basically is saying I want the amount of one quantity of one of the quantities per every 1 unit of the other. So basically for the unit rate, I always want to have one of the quantities be 1. So how much of this do I need for every 1 of that? Okay. So for 3 parts of OJ to 2 parts cranberry means for every 3 halves of OJ, I need 1 of cranberry. So for every 3 halves of OJ, I need 1 of cranberry. Think about it. 3 to 2, right? Means 1.5 to 1, right? What's half of 3? 1.5. What's half of 2? 1. So basically, 3 to 2 became 1.5 to 1. So even though I'm writing that as 3 halves, I'm going to write it like this. 3 to 2 is same as 1.5 to 1. Whenever I have a 1, I'm talking about a unit rate. But it's better to keep it as a fraction because that's how you're going to use it down the line. Okay? So the fraction is actually the better way to go.